Hello dear students, here we are going to learn the organometallic chemistry. Last time we learned about what hydroformylation reaction and the hydrogenation by using Wilkinson catalyst. Today's process is or today's cycle is Wacker process. Okay, this is also very much important process always asked in the examination, and here on this topic there are the number of MCQs. Okay, the first one is what the in the Wacker process what happened. In the Wacker process, the alkene get converted to the carbonyl compound. Okay, either it is aldehyde or the ketone. This is first case. What happened in the Wacker process? Alkene get converted to the carbonyl compound. Either it is aldehyde or the ketone. Second one, which catalyst is used? Which catalyst is used for the Wacker process? The catalyst used is PDCl2. This is the catalyst used for the Wacker process. Another MCQ is what? The role of copper in the Wacker process. Role of copper in the Wacker process. Here in the Wacker process there are the two metals used. First the palladium, which is the main catalyst used in the Wacker process, and the second metal is the copper. What is the role of copper? Here this question is asked in the NET examination. What is the role of copper in the Wacker process? What is the role this? Here this copper, which is useful for the conversion of the palladium in the 0 oxidation state to the palladium in the 2 oxidation state. Okay, what is the role of copper, which is useful for the conversion of palladium 0 oxidation state to the palladium 2 oxidation state? This is the role of copper. Okay, and this is about the MCQs used for on this topic. So let's we start our Wacker process. In this process, what happened? The first of all, we has to prepare the copper chloride. How it is prepared? This copper chloride, here there is a half moles of water oxygen which is reacted to the 2 moles of HCl in presence of the copper. Okay, then what happen? Half O2 plus 2 hydrogen, it get converted to what? H2O plus this 2 chlorine which is reacted with the copper, this is having 0 oxidation state, it get converted to the copper chloride. That means this having the 2 oxidation state. After that, here this copper chloride, the 2 moles of this copper chloride, it get converted to the 2 moles of copper. Here there is a dichloride and it get converted to the copper chloride, monochloride. That means this oxidation state of this copper get converted from 2 to 1. And this conversion of copper oxidation state 2 to 1, it is useful for the conversion of palladium 0 oxidation state to the palladium 2 oxidation state by addition of these 2 chlorine molecules. Okay, what happened? In the first case, this half oxygen reacted with the 2HCl in presence of copper, which having 0 oxidation state, get converted to the water molecule, and this copper chloride which is reacted with the chlorine, and they get converted to the copper dichloride. Here this copper having 0 oxidation state, it get converted to the 2 oxidation state. That means in first case, for the conversion of the palladium 0 to palladium 2 oxidation state, the copper must have to present in the oxidation state 2. Copper must have in oxidation 2. Okay, then this copper dichloride in 2 oxidation state of copper get converted to the copper monochloride. Okay, in this process copper 2 get converted to the copper 1. Okay, then here what happened? At the same time, this 2, there is a removal of what? There is a removal of 2 chlorine. This 2 chlorine which is reacted with the palladium 0. Okay, and then it get converted to the palladium dichloride. And in this process, this palladium 0 get converted to the palladium 2 oxidation state. That means conversion of copper 2 to copper 1, it useful for the conversion of palladium 0 to the palladium 2. This is very important, always asked in the MCQs, okay, in the net set examination and also in your exam. Okay, this is about what the role of copper, and this is the catalyst. That means this is useful for the preparation of this catalyst, which is the main catalyst for the Wacker process. Okay, then after conversion of palladium 0 to the palladium 2, that means it get converted to the PdCl2. Then the next step, there is the addition of also 2 chlorine is takes place, and it get converted to the PdCl4. And here the complex having 2 minus charge, that means here also the palladium having +2 oxidation state. Next to that, there is the addition of the alkenes takes place over here by removing the 1 chlorine. You can see here there is a removal of 1 chlorine, and the same time the addition of alkenes takes place. That is called as the alkene coordination. Here you know very well the alkene always attached to the metal first of all in the pi system. That means there is a formation of pi bonding with that of the metal. Then after that there is a ligand exchanges takes place. That means the water is another ligand which is added to this palladium. At the same time chlorine get removed, and we get this type of product, that is PdCl2H2O. Okay, then here this OH H2O, another moles of water molecule is attached to this. How this attach? Here this water is split to H plus and OH minus. Okay, then this OH minus, this shows what 1,2 migratory insertion. That means this OH minus is attached to this position. At the same time this carbon, that is CH2, which is directly bonded to the palladium, and this pi bond get converted to the single bond. Here there is a formation of CH2, here there is a hydrogen, that is CH, here this is R, and there is adage of this OH compound. Okay, here we get this type of product. Then after that there is a removal of 1 chlorine takes place. By the removal of this 1 chlorine, here we get like this. Okay, then after that what happened here, there is also again beta hydride elimination is takes place. Beta hydride elimination, that means the beta hydrogen get eliminated and it is bonded to the metal. That is called as a beta hydride elimination. In this process, this is alpha, this is a carbon 1 and this is carbon number 2. This is alpha carbon and this is what, beta carbon, and beta carbon is bonded to hydrogen. This is called as a beta hydrogen. This beta hydrogen break their bond, and this is bonded to this palladium, that is the metal. At the same time the bond is going to break, and this is abstracted by this carbon. There is a formation of the carbon-carbon double bond. That means this palladium again form a pi system with that of the alkene. Palladium again form the pi system with that of the alkene, and here we get our hydrogen. Okay, and the next point is what, next step, there is a 1,2 insertion. Here what happened, this is the OH group is there. Okay, and here at this position, this palladium which abstract this hydrogen, at the same time this bond is going to break, and this electron is shifted to the formation of the carbon oxygen double bond. Okay, and then here there is a breaking of this bond between the carbon and the palladium, and we get our product, that is what, this is the CH3. Here there is this is CH3, and here this is the C double bond O. By the removal of hydrogen which is attached to the palladium, there is a formation of the carbon oxygen double bond, and here this is our R group. That means after the beta hydride elimination, here we get our product, that is CH3COR, that is that is a ketone, that is ketone. Okay, and here we get our catalyst, that is PdClH2OH. After the reductive elimination, all the substituent or the ligand get removed, and we get again PD0, and this PD0 again using copper get converted to the PdCl2, and here the cycle is goes on. Okay, this is about the Wacker process. In the first step, what happened? Palladium get converted to the palladium dichloride, that is palladium 0 oxidation state, get converted to the 2 oxidation state by using the copper. In first case, copper having +2 oxidation state, it get converted to +1. Okay, for the conversion of palladium 0 to palladium 2. Next, by the addition of chlorine, it get converted to PdCl4. Then by removing one ligand, that is a chlorine, there is the addition of alkenes takes place. Then in the next step, water is added to this compound or this palladium by removal of another chlorine. Then this pi bond is get converted to the sigma bond like this manner. Okay, by the addition of this OH compound. Then here by removing of the chlorine, here there is a beta hydride elimination is takes place over here, and again here this sigma system get converted to the pi system. After that, after the 1,2 insertion, here there is a oxygen OH bond going to break, hydrogen is bonded to the palladium, and here there is a formation of carbon oxygen double bond. Why? Because we has to prepare the ketone. That means we has to convert CO compound into the carbonyl compound. That's why here this hydrogen get removed, and here there is a formation of the carbon oxygen double bond. Okay, at the same time the bond between carbon and palladium going to break, and we get our product, that is CH3COR. Then this we get the catalyst, that is PD H2OClH. By the reductive elimination, all the ligand get removed, and we get here the PD at the 0 oxidation state, which is again useful for the further process or the conversion of alkene to the aldehyde or the ketone. This is about the Wacker process. Next we are going to learn, that is olefin metathesis using Grubb catalyst. This is also the homogeneous catalyst. Grubb catalyst, this is the homogeneous catalyst. What is the olefin metathesis? Olefin metathesis is a powerful reaction catalyzed by the transition metal. Here we use what? The transition metal, in which the two olefin can form a ring. Two olefin, that olefin means what? Alkene. Olefin, that is alkene. Two alkene form a ring or rearrange their connectivity, or double bond in the ring can be opened. What is the metathesis? Olefin metathesis. Here this olefin metathesis is a powerful reaction which can be catalyzed by the transition metal, in which what happens, this olefin, that is double bond, can form a ring or rearrange either connectivity, or double bond in the ring can be opened. These type of metatheses are called as ring closing metathesis or cross metathesis, or what? Ring opening polymerization. Okay, this is a metathesis. Let me see the mechanism of this. Here you can see this is a two double bond. This is there are the two olefin. Okay, this is reacted with the catalyst, that means, and here this is the metal. This metal is what? Transition metal. Here M is what? Transition metal. This is transition metal. Okay, here this transition metal also connected to the CH2 compound. This is the metals. This is the catalyst. Okay, this is the catalyst. This metal bonded to any alkene compound, or metal double bonded to the organic compound, that is called as a what? Catalyst. Then what happened here? This metal is this is bonded to this compound like this manner. Okay, this is shifted to here, and this is bonded shifted to here like this manner. Okay, this is shifted to here. Then what happened? There is a formation of like this ring. Then in this state, you can see here cyclic catalytic cycle we see here. This is our alkene olefin. Then in this olefin metal is attached, that is MCH2. What happened here? This double bond is donates the electron to this carbon number 1, and this carbon number 2 donates the electron to this CH2. Then there is a formation of this cyclic ring. Then after the formation of this cyclic ring, this bond is shifted to here, and this bond is shifted to here. You can see by the arrow. Then what happened? This metal is bonded to this ring or this cycle like this manner. Carbon double bond with the metal, and there is a removal of what? CH2 double bond CH2. That means here there is a removal of alkene. Okay, and the next step what happened? there is another double bond is present over here. That means this bond which is shift their electron to this carbon number 1, and another this carbon number 2 which is donates the electron to this metal. There is a formation of again what, the cycle of this metal. Okay, and then in the next step what happened, bond is shifted to here and this metal going to remove. Okay, and we get here this type of cyclic compound, cyclic alkyl compound, and there is a removal of what, there is a M double bond CH2 get removed. And the next step again what happened, again a reactant is attached to this compound, attached to this metallic catalyst, and then the cycle is goes on. Here we get the two types of product. First is the alkene and the second one is what, the cyclic alkyl compound, hexene compound. Okay, this type of reaction is called as a olefin metathesis. This olefin metathesis has of three types. First, that is a ring closing metathesis, second ring opening metathesis, and third one is a cross metathesis. Here, the olefin metathesis is a powerful reaction catalyzed by the transition metal in which the two olefin can form a ring or rearrange their connectivity or double bond in a ring can be open. This is called as what? Metathesis. In the first type, ring closing metathesis. That means what? Here there are the two alkene compounds. This can be closed by the catalyst. Okay, this is here this type of ring is going to close. That's why it's called as a ring closing metathesis. Next is ring opening. Here this is the cyclic compound. Okay, by opening of these, by using this titanium chloride, this is the catalyst. Okay, this is useful for breaking this bond and this ring is going to open. Okay, this is called as ring opening metathesis. Next is cross metathesis. Cross metathesis, that means this bond is by using the catalyst. Here this phenyl ring is attached to the longer compound and this longer compound attached to the smaller alkene compound. This is called as a cross metathesis. For this metathesis, here we can use the number of catalysts or number of transition metals. Okay, but here we see the olefin metathesis. Here there is an increasing order of reactivity. If we use, this is the mainly here you can see this is the Gruff catalyst, that is RuCl2 double bond with the pH H, and here PCY3 and PCY3. This is called as a Gruff catalyst. This Gruff catalyst mostly useful for what? The olefin metathesis. Okay, and here let me see, if we use the different types of the transition metal, mostly what happens, metal which form double bond with the carbon. Okay, this is called as a catalyst, Gruff catalyst. Mostly here the rhodanium is useful for the olefin metathesis. Let me see here, increasing order of the reactivity. If we use the titanium, this titanium is mostly useful for the reaction with aldehyde, ketone, ester, and then olefin. Tungsten also, it has the third priority of the olefin, but if we use the ruthenium, this has a first priority. That means you can use the molybdenum or the ruthenium for the olefin metathesis, because here in the molybdenum here it is favored mostly for the aldehyde and then olefin, but ruthenium which is mostly favored for first of all for the olefin. That means this is mostly useful for the metathesis of the olefinic compound, conversion of the the alkene to the cyclic compound or the ring opening, different types of the reaction. Okay, this is about the olefin metathesis. You must know, you have to write down their definition, their cyclic process, and their types of the metathesis: ring opening, ring closing, and the cross metathesis. And you must know the structure of the Gruff catalyst. What is the structure of Gruff catalyst? Here, this is the structure of the Gruff catalyst. Here, this is another second generation of the Gruff catalyst, but here in your syllabus, only this catalyst, this Gruff catalyst you has to remember. Okay, there is a RuCl2 double bond with the CH and PCY3. This is the Gruff catalyst useful for the olefin metathesis. Thank you very much for your attention. Must watch this lecture, which is very useful for your MCQ, for your examination. Okay, so comment on each lecture. If you have any problem, you can ask me on the by taking the what the WhatsApp. Okay, thank you very much.